Hi, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. I want to talk a little bit about the article that I want you to read, and we'll briefly mention at the end one of the videos as well. So, I'm going to be taking a look at the article Body Ritual of the Nakarima. If this article is brand new to you, hopefully you figured out that the Nakarima are actually Americans. So it's Americans, just spelled backwards. And our cultural hero is that of Washington. There's a lot of different things in this article to explore because it has us take a look at culture and also some of the behaviors that we engage in on a regular basis. So we have that medicine cabinet that's within our bathroom, and as they call it, a shrine. Sometimes we go to a doctor who then scribbles something on a piece of paper and then sends us to the pharmacist, and he's able to decode what the doctor put down. Then we go to the hospital as well as the dentist. So all of these things are written about in the article, and it's very interesting to consider our own culture from a different perspective. The three things I think that are really important to this are culture, behavior, and perception. Our culture is made up of a lot of different things, but we also engage in behaviors on a day-to-day basis that might be a little bit bizarre and weird. And that's only if we take a step back and perceive them from a different lens. So, one thing to consider is like the cell phone or smartphone. So, when we take a look at our cell phone and put it into the language of how the article is written, it might seem a little bit bizarre. For example, we carry around these magic light boxes in our pocket, and these magic light boxes allow us to communicate with other people. Oftentimes, we want to be able to find a person to spend the rest of our life with. So we pull out our magic light box and utilize it to connect with other people. And even though there might be other people in the room, sometimes we feel it's safer to communicate with people through our magic light box. If we leave our magic light box at home, then we'll turn around and stop our day just to go back and get our magic light box. Very peculiar things that we do. And I think it's important that we question our behaviors and how we got to where we are. Think about magic and privilege, like that last sentence in the article says, looking from far and above from our high places of safety in the developed civilization, it's easy to see all the crudity and irrelevance of magic. But without its power and guidance, early man could not have mastered practical difficulties as he has done, nor could man have advanced to higher stages of civilization. So what this means is that I think a lot of where we're at is really magical. And we sit in a very privileged position. We have things like the internet. We have no idea how the internet works, but it's really magical. And it allows me to connect with you even while having this class. Well, we have things like cell phones. We have water that I can get out of almost every single tap, and I know that it's clean. There's a lot of things that I don't have to question in my life that allows things to function smoothly on a day-to-day basis, like magic. But one thing that I do want you to take away is that we have the power to shape culture, and I think that's really important. So if we envision the world we want, then we can help shape culture so that we're able to achieve our goals. And what I mean by that is things like Uber, Lyft, even social media. They're relatively new. They didn't pop out of people's imaginations, but it's something that they created, and they have a huge grasp on our culture today. So I can say to my friends, hey, let's go catch an Uber and go downtown, or hey, I'll connect with you on social media. These are things that have now been ingrained in our culture, and I challenge you to think like, what are the things that you like to embed in our culture and know that you have agency to create change? So another thing in this unit, there is also a video to watch of land diving versus bungee jumping, and you can consider the difference between the two cultures. There's a culture that engages in land diving, in which they tie binds to their feet and jump off for a much very different reason than we do. So we engage in bungee jumping or for the thrill of it, or even that of skydiving. So make sure you check out that video and consider what is the rationale of why people engage in land diving versus the rationale of why we engage in the thrill of skydiving or even bungee jumping. All right, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at our next unit.